Hey everybody, we're going to get started today, and today my goal is to share with you your KW platform. One of the challenges and benefits of Keller Williams is that you have so many tools and they're all over the place. Yet Keller Williams has done a lot of hard work to create one platform and one area where you can access just about anything that you're ever going to need. And so today my goal is to share with you the basis of what you have and where to find it. And I will end with IDX with whatever time we have. So at any point, feel free to ask questions in the chat and I'll make sure that I show them. So let's just dive in. So first thing I want you to know is that you have a one location to log into, a single login. And that address is mykw.kw.com, or you can simply click on KWconnect.com. I've been with Keller Williams now for almost 16 years, and so I'm so used to logging in right here, and I just click on login. When you access mykw.kw.com, you really have access to everything from this one spot. And so I just want to give you a little tour about what you have, and feel free at any point to ask questions. So this screen here really will give you access to anything you can imagine wanting. So I want to point out a few things that may be being missed if you're not using this to its fullest. First of all, I'll just go through the toolbar at the very top. If you ever get lost, just click on the My KW and you'll be brought back to this main screen. Under Home, I highly recommend, if you're new to Keller Williams or you've been with us for a while, you check out Welcome New Associates. There are so many great tools here for you to have the best start with Keller Williams, including pre-written announcements for your database, social media touches, etc. Beyond that, the other major divisions of Keller Williams are located here. So if you want to learn more about joining commercial or the global property specialist or luxury, land, Keller Williams Worldwide, expansion, or YPN, which I'm officially too old for. I don't know who else is too old for YPN. I think the cutoff's 40, so I'm too old. We could at least go investigate it though. You can access that right there. Under the Education tab, KWconnect is really the greatest portal into everything, which we're going to take some time and go through that today. As well as there's other great tools here like the My Tracker. For those of you in productivity coaching or wanting to kind of track your activities and your results, this is where you would access this and enter in the activities you're doing. So we talk about the daily 10-4 in Ignite of how many people did you talk to. You can simply click on what you've done every day and kind of track your results. And you can change the date if you want to go back in time and start from July 1st. And you can even enter in milestones such as appointments that you went on, agreements that you had signed, contracts, and contracts closed. And your productivity coach would love you if you did this. In addition to education, there's some other great tools here, but I'm going to only highlight a few under each category. Coaching. You know we love to help you. We want you to have great success in real estate. So of course you have at our office productivity coaching available to you. If you need a mentor, you have a mentor available to you. Just have to ask, so just reach out and call us if you need help with that. And then Keller Williams International also has multiple training options. As a brand new agent, you're probably going to want to start with productivity coaching in the office. And as your career progresses, you'll want to do maybe group coaching or, and I'll click on a few of these. They have great classes. So depending on what you're looking for, they'll go through and explain some of the different options you have. And if you fill out this blank, they'll call you and kind of share with you what all exists and how, what the commitment is and how much it costs. And typically it's like $100 for you to get coaching from one of the best coaches in the world. So it's pretty powerful. And then there's events like Mega Camp, which I'll be going to in August, and Coaches Skills Camp, Masterminds, that kind of great stuff. Marketing. You really, really, really want to know logos and branding because you need to know the rules of marketing. And all the different rules and logos and all that you would need for anything that you're doing is right here. This is where you would download it. And if you had questions on how you needed to follow like the identity standard for your signage, any of that is all right here. bounce back. Technology. This is a whirlwind in itself because we've got so much technology with Keller Williams. So eEdge is the current platform that we're using, which will soon be KWconnect. Right here is your database for your entire business. And here's all the back information like the manual on how to get started, etc. One thing I want to point out is that our office sets everything up for you. Some Keller Williams offices don't, and so they have all the step-by-step training for you. You don't need to do a thing. You just need to start using eEdge, and we have classes on how to use eEdge and workshops. For this month alone, I think there's 2 that you could dive into and actually start adding people to your database and actually working with them through your database. So if you need more help with your mobile app, your website, KWLS, it's all right here. I'm not going to go in here right now because we're going to go to KWconnect next, which has even more data for you there. Resources. For this, I would say the thing that you're going to go to the most is probably your 411 tools. And this is a great productivity tool and focus tool for you to stay on track of what's important for you. If you're in productivity coaching or coaching with me, this is a requirement for me to meet with anyone, is that you complete your 411 and that we actually have a plan. And just to kind of show you, I practice what I teach. I have my own 411 right here. And so this is really what I have made as a commitment and what I'm focusing on in my business. All of you, we are happy to help you develop your first 411, and we'll help you use it so that it actually creates production and focus in your life. So again, if you want to get on a 411, please reach out to Kevin Deely in Productivity Coaching, and we'd be happy to help you. So the 411, and maybe you'd want to go back and get your 1099 from Profit Share, but that's probably the most you'll do. And then these are the big events at KW. So do I have any questions so far? And if you do, just chat and I'll backtrack if I need to. Okay, a little known secret over in this area right here. See search vendors? Many of you probably have never clicked on this, and I'm going to give you several reasons to starting now. Keller Williams, being the size that we are, has negotiated some awesome savings. So a lot of the companies that you may already be using, including your cell phone service, are here, and they have already pre-negotiated great discounts for you. So I think, like, I'm Verizon, and I think we get an 18% discount with Verizon, and all you have to do is email from your email to them, and they give it to you. So you can either search by category or specific vendors. So know that if you wanted to, let me just back up. I think I got a little too far ahead of myself. Search vendors, if you click search vendors and you wanted to go under the categories and say you wanted telecommunications, like your phone service, you can search and the different companies will be there, and the directions on how to get the discount are there. Like office supplies. I know you guys probably spend a fortune like we do in the office on office supplies. So maybe you go to Office Depot, you go here, here's step-by-step instructions on how to get a discount. So food for thought, that's all available to you, and a lot of people miss that. Even like Avis rental car, if you guys are going on a vacation, you can get a great deal. So that's right over here. And that way you're not having to create templates or any of that, because everything that's in here is already pre-templated to the Keller Williams look and feel. Underneath your profile picture is a really cool report tabs. The report tab is going to be less extensive for you because I run the office, but yet you're going to have a couple different categories. And one of them that I'd love for you to look at is your multi-year trends. So I'm just going to bring up our office multi-year trends. Takes me a second to find. There it is, multi-year trends. You have your very own multi-year trends. And if you've been with Keller Williams for a couple years, you're going to have some interesting data that they've been tracking since you first became Keller Williams right here with your listings and closings and all that. So you can find some predictability or some trends within your business by looking right here. So I would encourage you to look at this because it gives you a lot of insight to what you've got going on. I just want to point out one thing. This month in June, we hit the 400 agent mark, which is a really big deal. There's only a few offices in the country that are the size that we are. And yet the reports tab has a lot of other things as well. Like, for example, profit share. So if you want to know who's in your tree, you can go under report profit share and just hit profit share, and your profit share tree will be there. So I'm going to have the whole office because of my position, and yet you just have yourself, and yet you can kind of see what's going on with your profit share tree, who's in it, who had closings this month, who you need to thank, and I'll just go to mine. And what's cool is I can see in the last how many people are in my profit share tree, which are a lot. 12 months ago, I had 43 people in my first line. Last month, only 45. Now I have 44. So you can see kind of the ebb and flow of my 7 levels and how much I've made in profit share this year, and kind of who's in my downline. So view your 7-level downline. If you click on that, it actually shows you your profit share tree, which is pretty darn cool. It's a great thing to focus on because you might want to thank the agents that are in your profit share tree for being in your profit share tree, and you may even want to go as far as to invite them to classes and engage them in their business so that they have a continued great success. And you'll see certain people in my tree have really contributed. I can thank my husband. Thank you, Mark Wimmer. Look at how many people he's brought into the company, and that helps me, obviously. So I want the same for all of you because profit share rocks. So the reports tabs is going to have a lot of cool features, and again, that you can find that right underneath your profile page. Referrals. This is the rage with Keller Williams right now because Keller Williams built us a platform so that we can give referrals easier. So when you're on this tab, I'm just going to move this so you can see better. You go to Grow My Network, and what you should do is think of the cities where you know lots of people and ask them or find a few agents that might be great for you to set up a referral relationship. So you want to set the referral relationship up now, anticipating that you're going to have a need. So many of you know my first market center was Madison. And so I can search Madison and find a couple people to include in my profit share. So Mark and I used to live on this little lake right here, Lake Wabisa. So I can see who's been selling real estate, like this one. I don't know who that is. That's Ryan Cook. I might want to add him to my network. And I'm like, hey, Ryan, let me send you a few referrals. You might want to spell it right. And I'm going to hit send an invitation. So I don't have a referral to give him right now. If I did, I'd fill out this form and actually negotiate what we were paying each other, etc. But I can add him now to my database, and I can search in a particular area and find out who's selling. So Terry Alberti, I'm going to want to add him because he is selling in my old neighborhood, which I will likely have a referral for. So one thing you might want to take action on is go to the areas that you've had success, or where you have family, friends, that kind of thing, and build those relationships so that when you actually have an opportunity, you can send that referral out. Now, one thing worth mentioning, let's say I have a referral and I don't necessarily know anybody in like an area. I can go in here and from here, zoom in to the area where my friend lives. Maybe my friend lives on Libby Road right here. And I can broadcast the referral to all these people, explaining who I have, negotiate how much time I want to give them to say yes or no. I might even say, I need you to say yes or no in 3 hours. And I might not pay 25%, I might pay 20%. And I can put this information, but it won't go out to the agent until they've accepted it and we've allowed them to accept it. So by filling in this information and hitting broadcast, these agents would blindly get basic information about my referral without my name, so that if I didn't choose someone, I wouldn't have a problem, but yet anyone that I chose got it. This is Hui Chang. I love her. I'm glad she's still in business. So I'm going to send her an invite. At any rate, it's a great homework assignment for you because this is a huge opportunity. Keller Williams built this platform because it was a big feature lacking within our company and within our industry, and our office has 108 active referrals going right now, so it's a huge opportunity for you. Okay, back to this. So we've kind of completed this. We've discovered the top. We've talked about vendors. Now let's talk about this control panel. This control panel is your eEdge control panel. It will look different soon when KW Command is live, and yet right now you can access your entire world right here. Now, eEdge has had some massive evolutions, and so we have a couple different classes on the calendar for this month that are walkthroughs of eEdge in great detail, so I'm not going to go through that right now. I would encourage you to sit in that class, because we start and enter a lead and then walk you through a lead and show you how to convert a lead in this program. But yet you can do a lot of great things with your database right here. And do simple things like add a listing alert. And why you may want to add a listing alert in here versus the MLS is that if you met someone at an open house and you went into the MLS to set up a listing alert, they probably are getting the same listing alert from multiple other agents that they met at an open house. And so a way to differentiate yourself is to actually do it through eEdge, because it looks different. It has your name all over everything. And if they hit unsubscribe to the MLS, they haven't unsubscribed to your listing alert. So food for thought. And let me see how I get out of here. There we go. So from here, you can email, you could send a CMA, you could add a listing alert, and you can kind of see if they've been looking at your listing alerts, saving properties, that kind of thing. All of your history of what you've done with this person will show up here. And so I highly recommend, if you haven't been using your eEdge, that you jump to it, because it's having an extreme makeover and all the data will transfer right over to Command. You can manage your leads, you can manage your database and your communication with your database, you can manage marketing through here, all of that, your transaction, this is .loop, everything you need right here. Now everything down here is just information. And I gotta be honest, I don't usually look past this. However, if you keep current with whatever pops up right here, the latest and greatest that Keller Williams is offering is gonna pop up right here. So it keeps you in the now of what's going on. Whereas this is the old school market center news that no one ever uses, the internet, because we all use our closed Facebook group. So just know that is going bye-bye with the new upgrades. Most of us live on Facebook, so they understand now that we're more effective communicating through that one vehicle. The calendar. Not many of you have the paper calendar with you at all times. So you can hit Explore Calendar, and our office calendar is here. And if you see a class that you want to take, you can click on it, you can read more about it, and you can RSVP that you're going to attend right here. It's pretty slick. If you ever have questions or aren't sure what to do, don't be afraid to just call our front desk, Michelle, at 727-772-0772, and we can walk you through it. This is a class that I would recommend for those of you that want to learn more about eEdge. What do I do with my database and how much is it worth? Patty Rodriguez and Xavier will be teaching that together on July 12th at 10:30 a.m. So you can just hit attend and be there. Okay, now let's get into KWconnect. So KWconnect is amazing. There are so many resources and bits of information here for you. Now, I like the fact that there's a search bar because I don't like looking for things. So you could click the search bar and put in whatever it is that you want, like listing presentation. If you wanted to learn more about listing presentations, see what others are doing, watch other people do it, any major class related to the listing presentations is going to show up right here, as well as all kinds of different materials. So these are agents that have shared their intel, what they're doing to have success with listings. So know whatever type of format you want, you can look through. So if you just wanted to watch videos of agents doing listing presentations or sharing kind of different elements of their listing presentation, you can simply go here and watch and learn. So know that you're going to find certain people that you really, really, really like to watch and learn from. And I would recommend that when you see something you like, watch it, and then all you have to do over here is hit follow. And every time Paul uploads something new, you're going to get that information. So, oh wow, a Russian princess, how exciting. Okay, so this is a smart thing to talk about. Paul's a smart guy here. He would love your referrals, and by sharing with you all, he is setting himself apart as someone that might be a great person to add to your referral network. So KWconnect was created as a platform for you to learn from each other and also to share. So I hope you find value in that. Let's search again. Let's say you want to learn about open houses. Click again, open houses, and anything open houses related. The newest will show up first, but if you want the most popular or highest rated, again, you can get that information by just clicking on it. So things with like a little more longevity are going to show up there. Now, many of you have heard about me talk about KWLS. KWLS is one of the many tools that you're going to love, and you'll see that I teach on it quite a bit. So let's just say you say, wow, Jessica, this Jessica girl, she has got a lot of stuff that I like. You can go on anyone's profile and add them to, follow them, and when you do, you can go to all their uploads and see all the things that they're sharing in one spot. So if you find someone you really, really like, just make a point to follow them, and every time they have an upload, you will be able to get an email for it. So you would just simply click follow, and then every time that person does do something, you're going to get it. So follow me, because I do a lot of this. In fact, this video will be on KWconnect after our session, and I'm passionate about showing you how to use our tools, not just show you how many tools we have, but how are you using them to make money. Okay, back to KWconnect. Again, I can go KWconnect.com or just under the education tab to KWconnect. Okay, so if you keep up to speed with what's going on here, you're going to know the latest and greatest big news from Keller Williams. So every month they do the Red Report. This is something cool you can send out on Facebook, social media. So we can already use Kelly Snaps. And so if you were wanting to stay aware, because there is so much, stay in tune with what's up here. So for Mega Camp, we have John Maxwell coming to speak. The top 1,000 agents in the world are here, many of which are KW. The Red Report is for you, kind of keeping you up to speed with what the heck Keller Williams is coming out with now, as well as some of these other great classes that you can check out. And then depending on what type of information you're looking for, be it a video, audio, files where people just shared like specifics, like for example, open house sign-in sheet. You could just type in open house sign-in sheet, and under the document section, you're gonna have all these people give examples of it. So just know everything you're ever gonna need is done for you, so take advantage. Okay, so you can either search or you can meander. Now, I'm gonna just be really honest. I have zero patience. So I'm gonna show you the fastest way to get to the things you want. Now, calendar, that's gonna be our calendar and the international calendar. So that's where you're gonna go, find out what the heck's going on in the office. Is lunch provided? Do I need to RSVP? You know, what's going on? And you can just simply hit attend. You're not gonna get in trouble if you don't attend and you say you are, but we'll at least have an idea of how many lunches to have available and how many people to expect, so we have enough material. So we really appreciate it when you do RSVP. Beyond calendar, then you have resources. This resources tab brings up a whole plethora of good things for you. So I'm going to challenge you to look at every resources tab because there's so much good stuff here. So under culture, Red Day information, KW Cares if you needed a grant or if you wanted to give towards a grant, any of those types of things that you have interest are right here. Events. Events are going to be the major big events that Keller Williams holds nationally. Mega Camp is our next, which will be in August, and there's about 50 of us from our office going. If you'd like to get more information, simply click on Mega Camp here. 39 days until Mega Camp. How to register, what the costs are, all that. And I also have a meeting scheduled to go through what to expect at Mega Camp for those of you that do register. And if you do have any questions, just reach out to me because I'd love to have you attend. It's such a cool event. It's one of my favorite things we do every year. I get recharged totally. Under industry, this is industry news. Things that you probably should know about, like the do not call list and the flood insurance program, Project Upstream, where Gary Keller is protecting your data and giving you leads. All kinds of good stuff so that you're up to speed on what's going on in our industry and big shifts within the industry. Keller Mortgage. Now, until you've closed 10 deals, you're not qualified to join the lab. And yet, if you have closed 10 deals or more, I want you to do this today. Go click on Join the Lab, and you're just going to follow a few instructions, and you will be able to share the Keller Mortgage. Now, just to explain a little bit about the Keller Mortgage. And there's a great visual aid that I want to bring up. First of all, they have all the brand marketing that you'll ever need for this. And yet, let me just show this to you. So this has been beta tested in Texas, and it's now available for Florida. So Gary Keller basically just created a fee-free mortgage so that you guys don't lose leads to companies like RP Funding that are offering zero fees on the mortgage as long as they use their agent. So you now have your own Keller Mortgage, which is also a 0+. So it's not only a fee-free mortgage, we're also giving a $1,000 credit. So for the average $250,000 loan, you are saving the consumer on average $5,000. Plus, the cool thing is they have one person, one human being to speak to during the entire process. They typically are through underwriting in less than 24 hours, and they order the appraisal right away. And if the deal doesn't close, they eat the appraisal cost. So it's really awesome. I really recommend that you guys check that out. And it's a cool resource to hand off to people. When you do this, it's going to show up in your app. So you'll have a few buttons change on your app, and one of them will be the fee-free mortgage will show up. So definitely take advantage. Next, we have KWU. Now, KWU is where all the courses exist. And they have only broken out Ignite and Leverage series. The rest are all under courses. So if you go to courses, any class you want right now or could take or want to download the materials for are right here. So for example, let's just say that you wanted to know more about contract to close. Here you go, MREA contract to close. Materials, if you click on the materials, all the materials are right here available for you. It's awesome. So a few that I'm going to recommend that everybody downloads. If you just go to MREA, where is it? Ops manual. If you want a manual on how to run your business, just click manual. Here it is right here, and you're ready to roll. And that's like your book to compare how you're running your business to where maybe it should be. Beyond that, there's so many great classes that sometimes don't get looked at because there's so many classes offered. So I just want to find lead generation, and it's alphabetics, okay. Here we go. This is a class that I love to teach, and I think we should teach it more often, Lead Generation 36-12-3, and it's how to do 36 transactions in 12 months with lead generating for 3 hours a day. Under materials, I would download this whole file, because all the different ways of lead generating, from open houses to networking, are all documented here, and you can get some great focus and inspiration. Okay. MAPS coaching is going to, again, go through all the different additional coaching you could take on beyond like productivity coaching. Marketing. This is all the KW stuff right here. Logos and branding. There's a listing presentation that's awesome that you can just utilize right here. If you want KW gear, there you are. Social media press releases and all that are already done for you. So not only teaching you how to do this, they've got some stuff already made for you. That's pretty awesome. MCAs, we'll skip that. We'll save that for Tana. It's not the most exciting stuff. It's MCA type things. Technology is a button and a half, because all the different things we've got going for KW are right here. So you hear me talk about KWLS as being kind of the best thing Keller Williams has. It's one of many things that Keller Williams has. And yet most of you may not know exactly what to do with KWLS. So all the training you need is right here. And to manage your listings, you just click right there and you're off and running. Now, clearly as a team leader, I don't have any. Yet, you'll have your listings pop up there. Back to technology. If you want to know, if you want to better understand all these little tools, just go to each one, and there's an explanation of what the heck each of them are. What I'd highly recommend is that, I think it's Labs dashboard that you click on. And whatever the latest update is will pop up right here in Latest and Labs. And they're smart. They keep it under 2 minutes, because they know our attention span is only so much. So you're able to quick get an update on all the new tools and what's going on with the advancements. So right now, Kelly is live. So if you have not downloaded Kelly, you are lost in the 19th century. So we need to get you to the 21st century. There's so much cool stuff that Kelly does, including Kelly Snaps. And if you want to get involved, please engage with the technology committee that meets every week and gives updates. Ryan Yarbrough is running that. He does those on Tuesdays. Referrals on my referral platform that I showed you earlier. And then Front Door has joined Keller Williams and partnered so that we have great data. You're able to take your Kelly app, your actual Kelly app, and you obviously will have downloaded that from your Play Store or from iTunes, and from your phone. I got Kelly on right here. I'll be able to say, Kelly, give me a snap on 34652, and she'll be able to give me all the data I need just to understand what's going in my neighborhood. When you're using Kelly, if you don't know what the heck we're talking about, just meet with us and we'll show you. But here's the cool thing. Under I, you can already get a list of all the things that Kelly can tell you ready to go. So show me Kelly stats for my market. And so this is telling me right where I'm at right now, all the data I could even want to know or have. So it's pretty cool. It's still about halfway there to being a daily use of yours, because they're still working through kinks, but it's so close. So just stay engaged, because you'll want these tools, and these tools are meant to help you be more successful in your business. So back to technology. You want to learn more about Kelly? Here we go. And you can click on any of these things that matter, and there's step-by-step on how to get going. So again, not to overwhelm you, but just know that you're going to want access to these tools, because these tools are super cutting edge and they're going to be differentiators for you. Leverage. This is for those of you building teams. It's about the process and how to do it, and org charts and personality profiles and job descriptions, and how to onboard and how to get people into production quickly, and how to keep your team rolling and growing together. So here is a wealth of information, including compensation models, because many of you have asked, how do we pay these people? And that's how you do it. Profit share, something near and dear to my own heart. Here's all you need to know about profit share, how to get engaged. And I just have to tell you this. We hired the 14th fastest growing Keller Williams office. The best thing you can do is just pick up the phone and call me, and I can coach you up on how to refer someone our way. be it someone that's considering a career in real estate or someone that's already in the business. And if they're out of our area, we're still happy to help you do that so that you have the opportunity of profit share because you deserve it. Next, ask agents. So this is agents that are top agents in the world that are asking each other questions. So this is kind of like our Facebook page. So if you haven't already made yourself or joined our KW Facebook page, which is Keller Williams Palm Harbor Trinity, you'll see that we have this little page. Well, in this page, you guys are able to ask each other secretly any questions you have, like, hey, do you get any condos coming up? Or who would you recommend for Bradenton? Or, hey, I have an open house opportunity. Well, this is kind of like that on a national scale. Kelly has her own page because that's how big Kelly is. So this is, again, reiterating some of the things I told you about and shared with you just a second ago, and then the My Referrals platform is as well. So know that the My Referrals platform and Kelly, because they're live and you can use them right now, they're right there. And under growth, this is a career growth initiative. This is us helping you put the business in your business, and you would have been set up when we first hired you. And if you need to revisit this, we do this every day in the Market Center in the lab. And if you just call ahead and say, hey, I'm coming in, we can set you up and get you real clear on what you need to do to hit the goals and hit the financial goals that you have for you and your family. So again, all of this is in KWconnect under resources. Pretty cool, huh? So any questions so far? Has anyone learned anything so far? I'm hoping you found some nuggets so far. There's just so much. And I would say the challenge of being a team leader and the staff are sharing what's going to matter to you when it's going to matter to you. And so putting this in front of you regularly is important so that you remember what you have here. You have the easy button. And just to kind of reiterate that, if you go under KWU and to Ignite, Ignite, if you go to the materials, has everything you need to be successful in the business, including the missions. So the classes are going to teach you how to do it, and the missions are you doing it. And when you click on these materials, they've even embedded the videos that you need to watch. Now, I clearly downloaded the French version, so apologize. But this is how I think to do a green sheet. And so when you click on these little videos right here, right from there, you're able to get the video. So sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. I gave you the French version, and yet you do not want the French version. All that's here. Now, if you go even further down, all the tools that you need for your business, like sign-in sheet at an open house or any listing presentation, any of that is actually included in all this, and you can just simply download it, and everything you need for your business is right here. You will never, ever, ever need to create anything for yourself because Gary Keller thinks we should just do it for you to keep you dollar productive and not drowning in the admin. So know that a listing presentation, a buyer consult, an interview sheet for someone that you're meeting with is all right here. So feel free to go download anything that you could use. Okay, do I have any questions? If not, I'm going to be switching gears and going into IDX. You guys ready to jump into IDX? Okay, I got a couple yeses. So this is what we're going to talk about next. I'm going to close this video out.